All right, so for our final project, we each of us interviewed 1 or 2 scientists around the valley, and yeah, so each of us just asked them a few questions, and then we just typed that up and it presented it to a class.
To the Deer Park 8th grade class.
All right, so yeah, the first person I interviewed was a chemist. His name is Del Fitz, and he works at the wastewater treatment plant down in Kalispell here. And they're just like, I was amazed. They had all kinds of high-tech machinery there, and they had like these huge tanks of just water and all kinds of insane, like, just they had all kinds of technology there. It's way more surprising than what you think for a wastewater treatment plant. And then I also interviewed a climate change biologist up at Glacier National Park, and they talked about how they did some repeat photography of all the glaciers up there. So they just hiked back up into the backcountry there, and then throughout all the summer they would do a bunch of repeat photography of the glaciers, and they can compare all those photos throughout the entire summer. So you're up next, Kelsey.
Okay, I interviewed someone who works for the National Institute of Health, which is an organization that deals with trends of diseases over a large population. She was originally going to be a veterinarian, but then decided that she liked working with people more than animals. And so right after I talked with her, she's going to go help in Africa with Ebola. She's reviewing all of the protective gear they have to wear. That's her job. She reviews it before they go and treat Ebola patients.
Okay, so I interviewed my grandfather. He has a PhD in organic chemistry, and he is studying right now the structure of water. He has studied also the structure, just molecules. And about 30 years ago, he did a study on the flame retardant in kids' pajamas. And he found out that that chemical causes cancer. And so his research helped form a law saying that that chemical could not be in the pajamas anymore. With his job, he can be anywhere that he wants to. There's no specific spot. And he's loved this job and says it's great. Okay, Ben.
And so I did a friend of mine. He is an agronomist. He goes around really just about anywhere that he's needed. He measures the soil, really, just the nutrients and minerals, making sure that they are what they need to be so that the farmers can produce the maximum amount of produce possible. So, yeah.
Okay, so we all did projects over the summer with BioScience, and we're just going to get an overview of them. So, do you guys want to go first? Okay, so we're just going to give our results and tell you what we did and what happened throughout the project. Okay, Kelsey, you can go first.
Okay, I tested what agent would kill the most E. coli. I tested 4 essential oils and hand sanitizer, garlic, and a vinegar and water solution. The one that really surprised me was that the hand sanitizer didn't kill hardly anything. I have a picture. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to show this, but it's this one. Wait, I thought you could see.
Yeah, you can.
But I measured the zone of inhibition, which is the amount killed. And the hand sanitizer is advertised to kill 99.99% of bacteria, but it did not kill the E. coli, which is kind of alarming. And the one that killed the most was tea tree essential oil. So it killed the most, and it tied with lavender. The essential oils beat out the hand sanitizer and the garlic and the vinegar and water.
Okay, boys, your turn.
All right. So like for our microbiology project, we tested 4 different public places down in Kalispell here, and what we did is we put on flip-flops and we walked around in these places after bleaching these flip-flops for 10 minutes. So like we killed all the bacteria off before, and then we put them on right as soon as we walked in the doors. We walked around inside the places for 15 minutes each. Then we walked into the bathroom of each place. And after that, yeah, we just swabbed and put it on the petri dishes. Then we tested which place of the 4 which was dirtiest. We found that the Costco in our town was by far the dirtiest, and that the mall was the cleanest. We also tested a library and McDonald's play place. And yeah, so we after each of the places that we tested, we just bleached the flip-flops again for another 10 minutes, and yeah, then we just tested the next place.
Okay, so I did my project on the Mcgurk Effect. I tested the age group from 10 to 21 and then 21 and above. So I did some research and I found out that there were studies done on the older people. So then I asked myself, was that vision took priority in the brain, would that be the same for younger people? So I tested classmates and younger grades, and I found out that the vision did take priority all throughout the brain, which was really, really cool. I made the video, and I did all this work. I showed them how it was done, and it was a really shock to my class that what I was saying was different from what I was mouthing, and it was quite awesome, the reaction. So those were our 3 projects that we did.
We also, for our final project, we presented more or less what we are doing here to a 8th grade class at the junior high.
At the Deer Park.
At Deer Park. And they were also, I think they were quite interested. I hope they were. We also did the PTC paper taste test with them, and they thought that was pretty weird. And it ended up that we only had 3 people who could not taste it. So, 4? Okay, 4 people. So, it was fun.
And we had a couple of kids who had never even tasted Brussels sprouts, and so it was kind of different.
Wrap it up.
So yeah, we had a lot of fun, and thank you for letting us have this wonderful opportunity. I would like to do it again, if possible, but I'm not sure if that will be able to happen. So thank you.
Okay, we got some questions for you guys. You ready? Here's John.
Yeah.
So after interviewing these scientists, what do you guys want to be when you grow up?
I'm still stuck on an engineer, probably robotics or civil. So.
I think I'm gonna become a science teacher.
I want to be a veterinarian. I like animals a lot.
I honestly don't know yet. Like I've had some different ideas, like in biology and that kind of thing, but I'm not set on anything right now.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so the places you tested for being dirty, was there a big difference between Costco, the library, McDonald's, and forget what the 4th one was?
There was. It also depended on the plate. We did the TSA, EMB, and MSA. Most of the EMBs didn't grow anything. There's a few that actually were really filthy, but really none of the EMBs. TSAs, I think there's only one that didn't really grow anything. Everything else was really covered. But it was very visible based on whether it's bacteria or fungus, how much it grew, and I definitely think there was a huge difference between Costco and mall. mom honestly didn't grow anything on any of its plates.
What order did you do the FOM testing in? What order of stores? Flip-flop. I'm from the 80s.
I knew what she was talking about. But John Denver.
What did you do first? What? They want to know.
The first
I want to know what order you went to the places wearing your flip-flops.
Okay. So we started off in the mall, and then we went to, I guess we started in McDonald's,
Yeah.
then we went to the mall, and then the library and Costco was last. And we did that same order.
Oh, you did the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tested it twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Main project, your voice kind of. Oh, it is. So your project that you were talking about that you did with the brain.
Oh, yeah.
It was hard to hear what you actually did. Can you give us a little synopsis of it?
Okay, so I had students and adults one at a time come into a room, and I had them watch the Mcgurk Effect video that I made with their eyes closed first so they could hear that I was only saying one word. And then after they were done listening to that, I had them answer a few questions on what they heard and all, and then I had them watch the video with their eyes and listening, and so they could see that what you hear and what you see really does conflict in your brain, and that the vision's going to take priority, because in the brain they knew that, yeah, she's saying ba, 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 but my lips changed to say fa, 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 so it made them think that I was saying something totally different, and their brain went in conflict, and their eyes took priority in the brain. So that's how I was able to get my.
Was there a difference between the age groups then, you said?
No, there's no difference at all. They all said that the sound did change between the two videos when they had their eyes closed to when they had their eyes open. So, and young.
You done?
Oh, I'm done.
It sounded pretty shocking that the hand sanitizer didn't work.
Yeah. It only killed a very, very small amount on one time, and then it killed none on the other time. I did it twice. But the time that it did kill, it didn't kill all of it. Like, it just didn't kill all of it quite. You can see that there's still a little bit growing, but it didn't kill all of it, so yeah.
Missed 99.9% by a long way.
Can I ask one?
You go ahead.
So, also on that, I never heard that lavender oil has antibacterial property.
Oh yeah.
But tell him your concentration. He was trying to
But
listen to him.
while the hand sanitizer,
So it's how strong? So it's really strong.
yeah, they were at 100% concentration, and the hand sanitizer was only at like 61% ethanol alcohol.
The essential oils are so that they will burn the skin if you have it straight on. They're pretty scary.
My wife has some lavender oil that she uses for salad dressings. So I had one more question about the taste testers. You said only 4 of your subjects couldn't taste it, or could taste it.
Couldn't.
Could not.
Could not.
And how many? 4 out of how many did you test?
11.
12. Okay.
Greg.
Do you guys use hand sanitizer any less now?
Yeah, I just wash my hands with warm water now.
And soap?
Yes, and so.
Okay. Just,
Lavender soap.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I really like that you went and talked to scientists. I don't think we had any other group do that. So was there anything that they told you that they really hated about their job or being a scientist?
No, they all said that they really liked their job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a question. Commentary. So in the hospital, all we use is hand sanitizer and like little squeeze things outside of every room, and they make like a huge deal about the only way that it even works at all is the amount of time you take to rub it in, which is kind of weird. I don't know if that would have an effect on what they measured, but like they make sure that you have to sing like the entire happy birthday song for when you rub in hand sanitizer for it to be effective at all, which is pretty interesting. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah. Next time if I do this again, that's what I would control.
How would you rub hand sanitizer onto a...
I had a question where the pajamas grandpa was from, where he studied at, or where is he at?
Where's he at?
What school is he at?
In Florida right now. He lives in Florida, so.
He taught at FSU.
He taught at FSU for a long time, so. Is that where you did his study?
Florida State, yeah.
At Florida State, so that's where he did that study.
That was a famous project. That was big time news when they figured all that out and banned that from children's clothing and pajamas.
Yeah.
That was important.
It's flammable too.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be inflammable, but they've actually made it worse.
Hopefully they ban it from using thongs as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any more questions, guys?
Great job, you guys. That's awesome.
Very good.